Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And hi, Yasmin. Are you there with me? I don't know if she's fully there. Um, there should be possibly two other people joining us this morning. So as people are jumping in, I'm just going to ask for a little bit of information. Michael, I believe that you're just getting started. Is that correct? You don't have real estate school or anything like that. Okay. And Yasmin, if you're able to communicate with me, can you communicate in the chat or do you have a microphone that you can communicate with? Just let me know. And the question would be, I'm trying to remember where you're at in the process. If I think maybe you've signed up for real estate school already, but I just want to double check. And we'll give it I appreciate you guys being on time. Like I said, there's supposed to be two other people joining us, and so I'm just going to give it a little bit more. But I usually this only takes an hour. Um, so we should be done by noon. How's everybody's morning? How's your morning going so far? Better than Tuesday, I hope. You're muted, sorry.
This week has been rough. We've been going through a lot. I
I'm
don't even
sorry.
we're going through a whole bunch of stuff. But my son's little league game is today, so I had to leave that.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks
Yeah.
for joining me. I appreciate it. I promise it's going to be good information.
Awesome.
And with that said, it's 11:02, and so what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna introduce myself, because I find that my little introduction is helpful, but it's probably the least important thing that I'm going to talk about today. So then if people show up a little bit late, they haven't missed the most important information. So my name is Laura Gleason, and I am the team leader for the Keller Williams Santa Clara Valley office. And the title team leader means sometimes they call it the CEO. There's different titles for it. But what I'm responsible for is for agent growth. And that means two different things. It means that I am making sure that all the agents in my office are getting opportunities for training, education, business development, and growth, no matter if you're brand new starting in the career or my top agent in the office. At Keller Williams, we have growth opportunities and education and business development for you at whatever level your business is at. So I'm responsible for making sure my agents continue to grow. And then the other part of that job is that I'm also responsible for meeting people outside of our office who are thinking about becoming a real estate agent in our office. So whether you're just getting started like you guys today, or you're an agent that's already working with a different office, I do a lot of recruiting and reaching out. And so today is the career seminar for people just getting started. So I've been in real estate now for 21 years. I know that because my baby is now 21 and I was holding her in my arms while I was studying. So that was a long time ago. Prior to my real estate career, I have a master's degree in higher education administration, and I used to work at the college level, mostly in administration, but I also taught a bit and helped develop some curriculum. So definitely have an education background. And then as I was growing my family, decided to get into a real estate career, for many of the benefits of it being a flexible job so I could take my kids to their games like Michael's missing out on today and that sort of thing. And I also live in Santa Cruz, and I'll explain how I got to the Bay Area or how I got to Santa Clara in my story. So um, my entire real estate career in terms of selling has all been in Santa Cruz, and I've been with three different real estate companies in my career. Um, Hi there. I'm just going to say hi to the iPhone user. What's your name?
Kathy?
Oh, hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining us. It's good to see you today. So thank you for that. So I have you written down too. So I have Yasmin, I have Kathy, and Michael so far. Okay. Thank you. Um, okay, so selling career in Santa Cruz. So I've been with three different real estate companies in my career. I started off with a small company when I first got started. And honestly, I didn't do a lot of research. I just sort of went in one direction, and that's the company I started with. Now, the thing with a small real estate company is there's less people, so there's less people power. There's less people that can help you, train you, provide resources and support. And so I had to figure out a lot on my own in that small company. And I think because I have a background in education, I was really good at asking questions and figuring things out. So I got off to a good start anyway. My career was progressing, and so then in my second and third year, I started getting recruited by other offices, and in my third year, I ended up at Coldwell Banker. That was my second company I'd been with. Now, Coldwell Banker definitely has more name recognition. It's a company that people have heard of. It also had a lot more office support, transaction support, marketing support. But they didn't have a lot of training and education at Coldwell Banker either. They really wanted you to already know what you were doing and get started with them. And so what happens is if you can't get training and education in the office that you're with in real estate, then you have to look for it outside of your office. And there's two places that people usually look. There's your local association of realtors. Every person has to join an association of realtors when you're in a real estate career. And in at your local association of realtors, so for you guys, that's the Santa Clara Valley Association of Realtors or the Silicon Valley Association of Realtors. Those are the two closest ones. Santa Clara Valley Association is on First Street, right by the airport. Silicon Valley Association is in Cupertino. So that's typically what our agents join in our area. And those associations provide a lot of training and education. They have an education calendar every month where they have classes that are going on that you can be a part of because you're a member of that association. So that's one way that you get training. The other way is there's some real estate sales companies in the country that provide training and business coaching. And you can align yourself with one of those business coaches and get training from them too. So I did a variety of those things, and my career continued to be really good at Coldwell Banker. And during my time, my 10 years at Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams came to Santa Cruz. I'd never heard of them before. They were not in Santa Cruz before that time. And I started to have transactions with Keller Williams agents, and I was super impressed. I was really impressed. They were very professional. We communicated well together. Did a great job of taking care of their clients and meeting their clients' needs. And I was like, God, these guys are great. I love working with them. Who's Keller Williams? I'd never heard of that company before. And that was kind of my introduction into the company. And a couple of years went by, and the leadership in the Santa Cruz office reached out to me and said, hey, we've heard about you in the company, and we have a leadership position that we think you'd be a really good fit for, and we'd like to talk to you. So I met with them, and that's where I learned a lot more about the company. I learned that it has a huge emphasis in training and education and business development, and that they actually have what they call a productivity coach or a coach in every office. Some people might call that a mentor. At Keller Williams, we call it a coach. And they were looking to fill that position at the office. So all of a sudden, for me, my education background and passion for learning that I had and my real estate career that were going really well could come together. And so I decided to move my license over to Keller Williams. This was about 8 years ago. Became a full-time agent in the Santa Cruz office, and then within a couple of months I became their coach in the office. And I got to work with all the brand new agents as they were just starting their careers to make sure that you had all of the skills you need to take care of your buyers, your sellers, what to say to them, how to do your presentations, how to fill out the contracts, all the fundamental skills that you need to have a really good career. And I loved it. It was really fun. I got to work with a lot of agents, and then I did that for about 3 years, and then a leadership position became available in San Jose for me to become a team leader in a South San Jose office. And so I became a team leader over 4 years ago in South San Jose, and then recently moved over to be the team leader here at the Santa Clara Valley office. So that's a little bit about me and my background, and that's why I'm meeting with you guys today, because as I said, as a team leader, part of my role is to reach out to people who are curious about a career in real estate and make sure you're getting pointed in the right direction. So I believe, Kathy, if I can ask you really quick, are you just getting started in the process? Okay, well, if you can let me know that information at some point, that would be great. I'm going to go ahead and assume that everyone is just getting started, and I'm going to start with the beginning of the process. So I have a presentation I'm going to share with you guys. Hold on just a second. Okay, and this information is going to explain to you how to start the whole entire real estate process for your career. So let me just put that on slideshow for you guys really quick. Oh, actually, let me do one other thing too. Hold on a sec. Come on, come back down there. Share my sound. Okay, now slideshow mode. There we go. Uh-oh, whoops, I think I just turned it off. Here we go. There we go. Okay, Michael, thumbs up. Can you see that okay? All right, awesome. So we're going to start out by explaining to you how to get your license and what that process looks like. So the first step is that you need to go to real estate school, and you need to take 3 classes and pass those 3 classes and show a certificate of completion for all 3 classes before you then sign up to or apply to take your state real estate exam. And you can take classes at different places. There's the community colleges teach real estate classes. You can take them there. And then there are some schools that do live training, although that's been really hard for the last year and a half. And so most people are doing online schooling at home in the comfort of your own home with a real estate school. I actually recommend this route because it's much quicker than the community college route. You can go the community college route. If you're already taking classes at a community college, you can add real estate courses on there. The thing about it is it takes a lot longer. You actually can do all 3 classes within 3 months. There's a minimum amount of time that the state requires that you spend on each class before you move to the next one. And that minimum amount of time is 2.5 weeks. So technically you can get all 3 classes done in like 3 months in a minimum amount of time. And then at community college, it's going to take you longer because they're semesters, and so the whole process takes longer. But if you're taking classes, I just interviewed a gal last week who did all of her courses through community college, and that was what worked for her, and then she's going to be joining our office. So you can do it that way. And the minimum amount of time, again, it's really 7.5 weeks, but let's just call it 3 months. Or you can take longer than that. You can take a year, you can take 2 years, depending on what's going on in your life. Some people, it takes them a lot longer to get the 3 classes done. We do have a real estate school that we are aligned with our office, and we give you a really good rate at that school. So if you're interested afterwards in learning more about our real estate school that we offer, I'm happy to get that information to you. So just so you know, we can get you signed up right away for that school. So there's 3 classes that you have to take. 2 of them are required and one's an elective. You have to take real estate principles, real estate practice, and then an elective. Most of the online schools teach real estate finance as the 3rd class, but there's real estate property management, there's real estate law, there's a few other elective classes that you can take. You do have to take real estate principles and real estate practice, and then like I said, the 3rd one is an elective. And then minimum amount of time is about 3 months, and then you can take a lot longer than that. So in order to apply for your state exam, you have to have a certificate of completion for all 3 classes. You have to pass the class, you'll then be issued a certificate, and then you have to show that certificate to the Department of Real Estate to apply for your state exam. So once you've passed 3 classes, then you're going to apply for your state exam. I recommend that you apply for your state exam and your license at the same time. That's going to save you about 2 months of waiting time. I'm going to tell you, this Department of Real Estate is backlogged heavily. And for you to even get an exam date, it's going to be at least 2 months into the future. So for those 2 months, you can still be studying for your state exam, okay? So apply for your state exam and your license at the same time, and that will save you another 2 months of waiting time. I have a guy who just passed the exam the other day. He's waiting on his license. He's going to have to wait like another 2 months for his license. If you apply for both the exam and the license at the same time, it's just a little bit more or different paperwork, but it's the same amount of money. What happens is you go to your state exam, you pass, and they will issue you a license number that day. So you can come into our office the next day and get started. If you only apply for your state exam, you go to your exam, you pass, and then you have to apply for your license after that, it's going to take you about 2 more months before you get your license number, and you're going to be waiting and wanting to get started, and you're not going to be able to get started. So at the end of this presentation, I'm going to take you to the Department of Real Estate's website, and I'm going to show you around in there a little bit. And there's actually a form you fill out that says that you're applying for both. So apply for both. It's going to save you really about 2 months at this point of waiting time. Same amount of money. So you also, and if you're having any questions about the paperwork, we can help you get that filled out correctly. And then your cost for everything, it's going to be around it depends on how much you're spending on real estate school. I've seen real estate schools be as cheap as $99, and I've seen them be as expensive as $800 for in-person classes. Again, the one that we offer is $299. That's, pretty middle of the road for you to get support that you need. So depending on how much you spend for real estate school, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay a licensing fee and an exam fee, and you also have to get fingerprinted, which I think is around $60. So if you add all of that up, it's right around $600 or $700, depending on how much you're spending for your schoolwork. So just budget that. Make sure that you're aware that that's how much that costs. Okay? All right. Whoops. What happened? It went backwards. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. Once you pass your exam, you're going to be issued a California Department of Real Estate license number. That's the license number that you legally need to have to sell real estate. And then you need to join a real estate office and hang your license with the broker of record of that office in order to practice real estate. Legally, the broker is the person who's legally allowed to get paid, and then the broker issues you your compensation through your commission split with the brokerage. So that's the legal difference between a salesperson's license, which you're getting, and a broker's license. So you're going to get your salesperson's license, you're going to hang your license with our office, and then you can start practicing real estate. You also, so in addition to joining an office, you also have to join your local association of realtors, like I mentioned earlier, and you also have to join the local multiple listing service. All of these things cost money. You're going to become a small business owner. Every real estate agent out there is a small business owner. And with any business that you own, you're going to have operating expenses. That's how it works. It's no different in real estate. So you're going to have real estate operating expenses from the office that you join. You're going to have to pay Association of Realtor fees every year, and you're going to have to pay multiple listing service fees every year. These 3 types of fees are start the month that you join, and you can expect every year in real estate to pay a minimum amount of fees between $4,000 and $5,000 in just basic operating expenses. Okay, and then depending on what marketing you do, you're going to add on top of that. We teach you at Keller Williams not to spend too much money on marketing at first. We have a lot of very inexpensive ways that you can put yourself out there to gain business without spending a lot of money on marketing. And then once you start closing some transactions and earning some commissions, you can then budget some of that money to put into your marketing budget and then spend a little bit more on marketing as you're moving forward in your business. So again, plan on you're going to have between $4,000 and $5,000 a year in just basic operating expenses every single year in your real estate career, whether you're selling properties and making money or not. So those are the basic processes in terms of what it takes to get your real estate license and what it means in terms of basic costs. Now, once you have your real estate license, what can you do with it? Well, again, as I mentioned earlier, there's 2 types of licenses in the state of California. There's a real estate salesperson's license and a real estate broker's license. And the difference is the broker is the one who legally gets paid, and they're the one who issues payment to the salespeople that work underneath them. The broker also carries a higher level of legal responsibility because they've had more schooling and they shoulder the weight of more legal responsibilities. So you guys are just getting started. You're going to start out as a real estate salesperson. That's where you should be. Get into this career, get the training, learn how to do the job, and decide if you really, really like it. And then if some point in the future you want to open your own real estate office, you're going to have to get a broker's license in order to do that. There's no need for you to get a broker's license unless you want to join your own office or open your own office. We do have agents in our office who do get their broker's license because they like the extra education. I personally have never done that because I like the fact that I have a broker who has more legal responsibility than I do. And I I promise you, I've worked with hundreds of agents. I have tons of legal experience, and I can answer 95% of the questions that the agents ask me. But we have a broker in our office who answers all the questions. So I like that there's another person responsible for that. So you're going to start out here, learn how to sell real estate, learn how to sell a typical house on a typical street, and then as you grow in your skills, you have some other options. What do the licenses offer you? You can be a full-time agent, you can be a part-time agent. We have both of those in our office. Part-time, I call them dual career. A lot of people start out in real estate and you have another job that you still have because you need to earn money every month until you're making money in real estate. Totally get that. We work with all of our agents who have dual careers to make sure you're still getting training opportunities. We have lots of full-time agents in our office. And then very minimally, we have agents in our office that are considered a referral agent. What that means is that you refer clients that you know to other agents in the office who actually work as the agent on the transaction. But then when it closes, they will issue you a referral fee. And referral fees in real estate are typically 25% of the commission, which can be $5, $6, $10,000 around here. So simply by hanging your license with a broker and paying minimal fees, because referral agents don't have to pay all those fees I talked about. It's $35 a month to be a referral agent with us. You can then hand referrals to other agents in our office and collect referral fees. You can only do that by hanging your license with a broker and becoming a legal referral agent. So we have all those types of agents in our office: full-time, part-time, and minimally referral agent. Full-time agents, we have full-time agents that specialize in residential real estate. I'm going to say that's what most of our agents are in our office. They're selling a typical house on a typical street in a typical neighborhood, and we teach people how to do that really, really well. We also have a commercial department, so we have agents selling commercial real estate. There's specialized training for that. We have agents who specialize in luxury, which in our area is 2.5 million and above, and we definitely have luxury designation and special luxury offerings for agents in that price range. We have agents who specialize in global real estate, where they have clients all over the world who are investing. We have different trainings for that. So there's a lot of different types of specializations that you can do, and you can create a niche for whatever you want, and there's training that goes along with that. Again, I recommend you get good at just typical house on a typical neighborhood in a typical street, and then from there, as your skills are building, you can add other things. So that's a bit about what it's like to get your license. When this is all done, I have one form that I'm going to send to you that says get your real estate license. I think it says in 6 simple steps or 7 simple steps, and I'll email you guys that form. It kind of lays out what I just went over. And then, of course, at the end, if you have other questions, I can answer those too. Now I'd like to share with you what Keller Williams does to help all of our brand new agents get launched quickly and successfully so that you can be on to a really good career where you're making really good money. So I'm going to share what that means with you. And I'm going to start out with this video that gives you the history of Keller Williams. Michael, I'm going to ask you to give me a thumbs up. I believe you should be able to hear this because I already clicked share my sound. So when I hit play, just thumbs up, let me know you can hear it, okay?
Hi, I'm Gary Keller, and I'm here to share with you the history of our company, Keller Williams Realty. Keller Williams is unique. We put our agents first and work tirelessly to identify and meet their needs. We are simply one of the most innovative and successful real estate companies on the planet. Keller Williams was a grand experiment in my life, and the origins of this company have their roots in my early experiences in the real estate business. On the advice of my dad, I got a degree in marketing and real estate with a specialization, particularly in real estate and insurance, from Baylor University. In 1979, I graduated and came to Austin, Texas, and got into the real estate business. I eventually went into management, and because I loved teaching and helping people and achieve their business and life goals, I decided to make a career of leadership and management training. By the time I was 26, I was the Vice President of Expansion at Austin's largest real estate company at that time, and then I quit. The vision of the company I was with was that their agents worked for the company. And I'd constantly tell the owner at that time that I believed the company worked for the agent. If they just focused on building the agents and treating them right, then they would build the company bigger than they ever dreamed.
Companies are nothing more than people. People create everything inside an organization and outside. And what's going to make us better in the long term is the way that our people think. Our goal is to tap the way people think, take advantage of that thought process and put it to use for everybody.
So in 1983, the experiment began. I left where I was and I partnered with Joe Williams, great guy, and we started Keller Williams Realty with just a handful of agents and some folding tables and chairs. By the end of the first year, we had netted over $100,000 and put it in the bank. In 2 years, we grew to over 70 associates and had become Austin's largest single office real estate company and number 10 in the market overall. Then the market fell out. It was 1986. We shrunk from over 70 associates to below 40 associates, and although we were still profitable, a new competitor moved to town and 5 of my top 10 associates, plus my entire administrative staff, walked out the door. To meet the new challenges in the market and stand up to my competition, I knew I had to reinvent Keller Williams. True to my beliefs, I started with agents. Gathering my top 13 associates, I asked this question:
How can we run the company in such a way that you achieve everything that you want, and at the same time we achieve everything we want?
And here's what we came up with: the best possible commission structure we could think of, to be treating the agents like business partners, to profit share with access to the financial information, formalized input into how the business should be run through an agent leadership council, and supportive management who consults and promotes teamwork, the highest level of training we could think of. And we implemented these ideas in less than 2 years. Our company became number 1 in our market. Positive, never to be relinquished yet. Putting agents first was obviously a successful model. So we took it even further by devising a plan to organize top agents into a series of agent leadership councils, formally at the local, city, regional, and international levels.
Most people think we're crazy when we share with them that we've actually turned the entire company's decision-making process over to our associates in tandem with our managers. But we have. The Agent Leadership Council, the ALC, was set up so that our salespeople could directly impact most of the decisions and all of the decisions that impact them.
Now, this revolutionary step gave Keller Williams tremendous credibility and was the catalyst for more actions aimed at putting agents in the driver's seat. Our open books policy, standardized accounting procedures, and published results. The result was growth. We began franchising in 1991 and expanded to Canada in 1998. By working one-on-one with masterminding with hundreds of top agents from across the country, we created a set of models that became the foundation of my first book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, which I published in 2004. The book hit a nerve, found an audience. There were like-minded agents all over North America who found the answers they'd been looking for in that book. In the second half of the decade, as the crazy run-up in real estate prices started to backfire, Keller Williams Realty and our associates were uniquely positioned to seize the shift as an opportunity for growth. You see, Keller Williams Realty got its start during a rotten real estate market, and the hard-fought lessons that we learned during those years have really stayed with us. So we published Shift, which was a follow-up to The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. In it, we set forth a 12-point action plan for how top agents tackle really tough times. Shift became a national New York Times bestseller as our company and our agents took it up a notch, outpacing the market and proving that the market doesn't dictate whether or not we succeed. It only tells us how we're going to succeed. We launched a luxury homes division, which extended our reach into that segment of the market. We created Keller Williams Commercial, which is now the fastest growing commercial real estate company in North America. Pursuing our dream to bring the Keller Williams opportunity to the world, we opened Keller Williams Worldwide and have laid the groundwork for overseas expansion. Ensuring that our associates have what it takes to serve their clients and run their businesses with technological tools that are unmatched in the industry, we responded to the insights of the most tech-savvy associates among us and developed eEdge, one paperless loop for lead management, contact management, marketing, and transaction management. We're not a company that sits still, and it's all because Keller Williams Realty is in the hands of smart, determined, forward-thinking agents such as you. We're here to serve you, and we're very proud to be in business with you, and we're so glad you've decided to join us on this unbelievable ride.
Okay, you're going to notice that says 2011. So it's 10 years old, this video, but I love it because it does share a lot of information and history about the company. It introduces you to Gary Keller, who's our chairman, and the name behind Keller Williams. And so I love it for those reasons. The one thing that's very different is the technology that he discusses in that video. We do not use that technology anymore. And I'm going to share with you currently what our much better technology is. So just a recap of that video. We are an agent-run, agent-centric company with an open books policy, which means we teach our agents how to run a business and how to do their financials by sharing our financials with everybody so that they learn how to run their own businesses correctly. We have a unique capping structure where you can pretty easily around here get to 100% commissions every year in your business. It's about 6 transactions in our office and you're at 100% commissions. We provide training, coaching, and consulting to help you make good business decisions to grow your business as part of our education calendar all year long. You own your business, you own your leads, you own your clients. We would never take that from you. If you chose to go to another office and not be a part of Keller Williams anymore, you take your business with you, and we don't try to keep things hostage, which is different than how other companies run. We have a your listings, your leads policy. What that means is if someone ever calls our office asking about one of your listings, we never hand that lead off to another agent in the office. We always circle it back around to you. Now, if you've promised the seller that you won't handle the buyer side of the transaction when you're working on a listing, you can then hand that lead off to another agent in our office and get a referral fee for that. We have now over 165 agents around the world. We're the largest real estate company and agent count in the world, which opens you up to the largest referral network in the world. So I mentioned the whole referral thing. The other way that referrals work is, let's say that you have a client who's moving to Florida and you want to find them a real estate agent in Florida. Well, you're not licensed in Florida, but we have plenty of Keller Williams offices in Florida with licensed agents, so you can find them an agent in Florida, and then when they help that person buy a house in Florida, they will then pay you a referral fee. So referral fees work from state to state as well. We maintain an active involvement in our communities through our KW Cares division. We do a bunch of community outreach, which is an important part of our mission. And the other cool part about KW Cares is that we also help our own associates and their families in times of need. We raise money for our KW Cares division every year. And so, for example, if we have an agent with a family member who has some unexpected medical bills, and they need some help, just examples like that, we have money available to help our agents. We're a systems-based company with proven business models. Gary shared some of the books that he's helped write. We teach from those books all the time, and it's a big part of our course curriculum. And with that said, we've been named by Training Magazine as the #1 training company over and over again. I'm going to share a little bit more about that in a sec. And then finally, we're also a profit sharing company. Our owners share back 48% of the profits every single month with those agents who have helped grow the company. This is showing as we've grown in agent count over the years, our agents have also grown in what they're earning year over year. So it's showing that we've got a model that's working, and agents that are loving our company and growing are also continuing to grow in their business. Forbes magazine is one of those companies that looks at the best, businesses every year and decides who's the happiest company to work for. And they named Keller Williams in 2018 the happiest company to work for over all business industries. We actually beat out Nike that year. Nike was #2. And I know that this award is a few years old now, but I still have it in my slideshow because I think it's a super cool award. That they would actually name a real estate company the happiest company to work for really blows my mind. And what that means to me is that our agents are happy, which means their clients are happy. And then I mentioned Training Magazine before. It's another one of those magazines out there that looks at all business industries all over the world and decides who has the best training every year. We have won #1 training organization with Training Magazine so many times that they finally in 2017 said, you know what, we keep giving you the award year after year. We're going to stop giving you the award and we're going to put you in our Hall of Fame. So technically we don't win that award from them anymore because we're now in their Hall of Fame. So I'm going to go there because I find with people just starting in their real estate career that education is really important to you. Well, what am I going to learn from the office? So I want to talk to you about what our training and education looks like. So as Gary mentioned, the company started in Austin, Texas, started with one office there. Now we have our headquarters in Austin, Texas. It's a big, huge building with a lot of different departments in it. And one of those departments is called Keller Williams University. That is our department that creates our training and education. It's not a 4-year degree program. It's just the name of the department that creates all of our course curriculum. And then we have those courses that they've created that we then are able to teach inside of our offices. So actually, they probably have about 50 different courses that they've created from A to Z, and throughout the year, we teach different ones of them. These ones that you're seeing here are 4 of the top courses that we teach throughout the year because they're giving the most important skills that our agents all need to learn. So starting with Ignite. Ignite is our course for agents that are just getting started in their career. It's meant to light a fire under your career, and it teaches all the fundamental or foundational skills that you need. What to say to your buyers, what to say to your sellers, how to do your presentations, how to work with a buyer throughout a process, how to work with the seller throughout a process to a successful close, and then how to work with clients throughout the entire real estate career. So all those fundamental skills that you need, we teach in Ignite. We're teaching Ignite actually this month. We teach it a few times a year, and it's actually 18 one-hour classes that we teach along with homework. So again, October right now we're teaching Ignite, and then it is offered throughout the year. A couple of cool things about this. We're teaching all of our classes on Zoom, so everything is recorded so that if you miss a class because you have a conflict or you're a dual career, you can always watch the recording and get the information later. The other cool thing is with all these courses, it's not just me in front of you in the classroom teaching. You get to learn from the best agents here locally in the Bay Area who we ask to teach classes that they're really good at that skill. It's their way of giving back to our community, and it also by teaching it makes them even better at their skills. So you get to learn from the top agents locally that are teaching these classes. So again, Ignite is one. We teach lead generation classes throughout the year. We teach seller-based classes and buyer-based classes along with many other classes. In addition to the local classes, we also have our national or international on-demand or online portal called KW Connect. And the best agents in our entire company teach classes inside of KW Connect as live webinars. So you can take classes live. Those classes are also all recorded and available in our on-demand learning library. So if you miss a class because of a conflict, you can go back and watch it later. So again, it's the best of both worlds. Best agents here locally teaching you, along with the best agents in our entire company. This is an example of our training calendar. It's a little bit different every single month, but just know that we have ongoing training that we're offering, and that we are going to sit down and meet with you and help you create your business plan, and then we're going to recommend classes that you should be taking based on where you're at in your business or what you're focusing on in your business. In addition to that, for all our brand new agents, we have our Transaction 1 class that's taught by our productivity coach, Mark, in the office. And this is our group offering for all of our new agents to come together who are brand new to learn what to do with their buyers, what to do with their sellers, how to fill out the contracts correctly, how to do your presentations. And you meet in a group setting so that we can be working on those skills with you together, and so that you can ask questions, because many times somebody else has the same question as you do. So Transaction 1 is something that we offer all of our brand new agents. Mark is our coach in the office. He's the first person that you're going to work with very directly for your first 3 transactions, and he's the one that's working with you in Transaction 1. Mark also happens to be our broker in the office, so he has amazing knowledge and skills when it comes to all the legalities as well. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about our technology. Again, that's the part that's very different from the video you got to watch. So in the last 10 years since that video was created, in all of the reading that Gary Keller does, all the learning that he's done, he's realizing that we're in the beginnings of what they're calling a new industrial revolution, and that is being led by big data and artificial intelligence. And he's realized that if we don't embrace new technologies like that in real estate, then we're going to get left behind as an industry. And he has no intention of the real estate company that he's created, that's now the largest in the world, to get left behind because we're not embracing new technology. So we actually took it a step further, and we've created our own technology tools that we own, so that we're not dependent on other companies to create tools. We're not dependent on contracts. We're not dependent on, if we want something changed, that we have to ask permission from another company. So I'm going to go over 4 tools that we are using. We teach all of our agents how to use these tools, and these tools are meant for you to enhance the relationships that you're making with your clients. It's never meant to take over the relationship. It's only meant to enhance it and make it better. So starting with tool number 1, this is Kelly. Kelly is short for Keller. She is our artificial intelligence. So whereas Siri and Alexa are what you call general artificial intelligence, Kelly is what's called industry-specific artificial intelligence. She knows a lot about real estate. So you get the Kelly app loaded onto your phone, and we encourage you to interact with Kelly. The more she gets to know your voice and gets to know you, the smarter she gets. And that Kelly works in conjunction with our second tool, which is called KW Command. KW Command is platform technology. Everything you're doing in your business is run off of one platform with the artificial intelligence in the background identifying patterns that are in the platform to help you be smarter at what you're doing. So some examples. All of your contacts, the people that you know, you're going to put inside of Command, inside the contact management database portion, the CRM, which is contact resource management. All the people you know, their names, their phone numbers, their email addresses, their social media connections, you're going to put all that information in there. And we're going to teach you how to reach out to and stay in touch with people in a professional and systematic way throughout the year, so that every time someone's thinking about real estate, they're thinking about you. I call that talking to people with your real estate hat on. They know you with different hats on in your life, and we're going to teach you how to have a real estate hat on and how to connect with your people in that way. All of your marketing is done right inside of Command. You put your picture in, your contact info in, and we have print marketing, email marketing, social media marketing. You don't have to create anything yourself. It's all created for you. And then you can print it and mail it to people. You can email it to people. You can use a ton of our social media stuff to stay in touch with people. And then also all of your transaction details are going to be housed inside of Command. Whether you're working with buyers or sellers, you're going to put their information into the transaction management pipeline section of Command, and you're going to move your buyers along in the pipeline. You're going to move your sellers along. Once you're in contract with these people, all of your contract paperwork will go inside of Command, and then your payment details are all issued inside of Command as well. So lots of different things you use Command for, with that artificial intelligence in the background helping you be smarter at what you're doing. So for example, you can go to the database portion and you can say, hey, Kelly, who should I reach out to today? And based on the algorithms that are created for Kelly, she's going to tell you to reach out to people in your database, either because, one, you haven't talked to them in a while and it's time for you to reconnect, or two, because they have been using the next two tools that I'm going to talk about more frequently, meaning they're more likely to be getting ready to buy or sell real estate. And she's going to ping you and tell you to reach out to those people. So the next tool, the third tool, is our consumer app. Everybody searches for real estate using an app these days. And they use apps like Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com. Well, we also have an app because we're the largest real estate company in the world. You can go to your app store now and you can download the KW Consumer app. It's a red KW with a white background, and you can start playing around with it on your phone. When you join us, we're going to brand the app to you. We're going to add your picture, your name, and then you can actually share your app with every single person you know. And then every time they're using your app, the artificial intelligence is going to ping you and let you know that someone's using the app that you sent out. The other cool thing is, if you've given them the app, they can never get in contact with another KW agent. It's a one-to-one relationship. They're never going to be able to work with another KW agent because they're already using your app. The fourth tool is the website technology. You do get a website with us as well. It's going to be your website. It's going to have all of your contact info in it. But our website technology is also considered new technology. Very similar to the way Amazon works or the way Netflix works, which means that they create a different website experience for every single user. My Amazon looks different from yours based on our buying patterns. My Netflix looks different from yours based on what we're watching. That's the artificial intelligence in the background creating a different experience, different curated experience for every single user. We have the same technology with our websites. Again, it's going to have all your info, but based on whichever people are looking at your website, it can look different for them based on where they live, where they work, where they want to buy a property, where they want to buy an investment property, a vacation property, a retirement property, whatever neighborhoods they're interested in, and that neighborhood data, what houses are selling, all those statistics, their website experience is going to look different from the next user's website. So those are the technology tools that we have created We have tons of classes that we teach you how to use all of this so that you can enhance the relationships that you're having with your clients. And then I'm just going to spend a little bit more time talking about marketing because it's another thing that sets our company apart. We believe that the people who are working with you because of who you are and the relationship you've created with them and the value that you're bringing. So we allow you to brand yourself. We want you to be the focal point. We want you to stand out. You do have to identify KW in the corner of everything you're doing because legally that's a requirement. But we don't want KW to be the focal point. We want you to be the focal point. And this is showing you that most buyers and sellers find the agent that they're going to work with through a referral. Most buyers and sellers only pick one agent to work with. And very few buyers and sellers say that they picked the agent because of who the company was. They're working with you because of who you are and the relationship that you've built, and we support you in that. In addition to the marketing materials that are available to you inside of KW Command, we have extra marketing materials available to you with this company that we've contracted with called Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. So you have extra print marketing, social media marketing, and email marketing. It's all created for you. You don't have to be a graphic designer. You just drop your picture and your contact info in, and you're changing the pictures around from the properties that you're looking at, and we have tons of materials that are there to support you. And then finally, I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about the culture in a Keller Williams office, the environment. It's a big part of who we are. I've already mentioned that our top agents give back of their time by showing you what they do, by teaching classes. We very much believe in a foundation of training and education and learning. The better your skills are, the better you're able to take care of your clients. The better you take care of your clients, the more clients you're going to get. The more clients we all get, the more market share we have, and the more money we all make. So it starts with that foundation of training and education. We have very much an open sharing environment where agents will share with you what they're doing that's worked and tell you to try it with your clients as well. So our belief system plays out every single day in our offices. It's win-win, integrity, customers first, commitment, communication, creativity, teamwork, trust, equity, and success. That's my favorite part about the company, actually. So this next one is showing you some pictures of our International Day of Giving Back, which is called Red Day. Red Day is the second Thursday in May. Every Keller Williams office in the entire world closes their doors on Red Day, and we all go out and do a local community service project in our local communities. So it's just another way of us supporting our communities and showing our culture. So that's pretty much the presentation for you to give you the general information about how to get your real estate license and then share with you what Keller Williams does to help you get your career launched quickly and successfully. Now, I do want to also very quickly take you to that Department of Real Estate website because I think it's really important for you to see that website and get familiar with it. So I'm going to share my screen one more time and show you that. It's dre.ca.gov. Okay, I usually go into search and type in California Department of Real Estate, but dre.ca.gov is the website. And you're going to see this website. You're going to see different tabs. You're going to need to go to the Examinee tab. That's where you're going to live for a while until you get your license. So you go to the Examinee tab, and you're going to see a bunch of information here. I want you to scroll down, and you're going to see all these hyperlinks right here. How to apply for your salesperson's license, requirements, combined examination and a license application. That's that combined application I was talking about. Courses available, fees, fingerprinting requirements, preparing for the state exam. There's so much helpful information here. Taking the exam, exam sites, rescheduling the exam. You're going to want to click on all of these and learn a lot more information. I also want to mention that they have an e-licensing portal where they want to email you back and forth, and they want you signing up through e-licensing. So as you get into the process, they're going to tell you to create an account that way. That's how they're going to stay in touch with you. So there's a lot of information here on this page. So again, dre.ca.gov, go to the Examinees tab, and that's where you're going to be getting a lot of information. Do you guys have any questions based on the information that I've covered today?
I do.
Yes.
So the Keller Williams offers a lot of stuff, a lot. And it's clear to see that with all the marketing and everything. What does what do we give to Keller Williams? Is it just the split of the commission, or is there a monthly fee? What is Keller Williams
Yeah.
taking from us?
Great question. We do put everybody on an 80-20 split. So we're going to start you on an 80-20 split. So we are taking 20% until you reach that certain amount where you go to 100% commission. And then we also, our office fee every month. Remember how I said there was the $4,000 to $5,000 every month, every year in real estate that you're going to spend? And some of those are the fees inside of your office. Our monthly fee is $175. That covers what those offerings that we're giving you, which we call our value. It also covers your errors and omissions insurance. You have to have E&O insurance in a real estate career in case something goes wrong. So that 175 fee is what every single agent in our office pays to get access to all that training, all that technology, and to cover their E&O insurance. Great question. And of course, I can only speak for our office. Every office is a little bit different, whether it's a KW office or a different company. That's where you guys are going to have to do some research. Or not, just come work for us. Any
Um,
other? Go ahead.
is there an interview, or is it just if we go to your school, are we automatically able to go to your office?
Great question. So next steps would be you guys all need to sign up for real estate school. I'm going to email each one of you. I'm pretty sure I have all your email addresses. I'm going to email each one of you after we're done today with some next step information. The next step for you is to just get enrolled in real estate school, which it's a weekend, so we can starting next week we can get you enrolled because my team is not working today. Um, and then once you get to the point where you've passed your 3 classes, I want you to circle back around to me and I want to do a one-on-one meeting with you so that we can talk about your career goals and how we can support you in those and decide if we're the right fit together. Okay? So we also have, for those of you who are waiting for your state exam, but you're eager to keep doing your education, we have what we call a Kickstart program that's kind of a go-between program between passing your classes and waiting to get your license because the Department of Real Estate is really backlogged. And so we've created some tools for you that will keep you moving towards your goals while you're waiting for your state exam. But the most important thing for you is to study for that state exam. None of this matters if you don't get your license. So we can offer and help, but it doesn't matter until you have that license. Also, my recommendations on that are that they're going to give you practice exams. Keep taking your practice exams over and over again until you're getting a 90% or higher. If you're getting a 90% or higher, you're likely ready to go into the state exam and pass it. You only need a 70% to pass. There are some crash courses that are available as well. When you get to that point, if you want to take a weekend crash course or an online crash course before your exam date, I have some detailed information for you on that. So I want you to stay in touch with me. I have a couple of other team members that'll probably be reaching out to you to check in with you on how you're doing in your process. Some of you may have already met with Peachy, or Peachy's been in touch with you. She's my teammate, so she'll continue to reach out to you as well. And our team will reach out, check in with you. But please reach out to us if you have any questions. And then as we get closer to you actually getting that license, we're going to be in much more direct contact. Okay? Hey, Yasmin, I can see you now. That's awesome. Does anybody else have any other questions?
Yes, actually I have a question.
Okay.
I heard from so many people that you need, like, as you said, like you need referral, like you need to know people. But is KW going to give you listings at the beginning to sell, or I just have to have my own referral or find my own listings, basically?
There's a couple of answers to that question. We believe in teaching you how to fish, not handing you a fish. So that's the first answer, is we're going to teach you how to get your own business. We're going to teach you how to build your business. We're going to teach you how to do lead generation so that you get your own leads. We do have some lead sources that we also hand out. Nothing's given to you for free, though. Those lead sources end up costing you part of your commission. That's how it works in every single office. So we're very much about that education foundation and teaching you how to do your own lead generation. The most important place you're going to get business is through your own sphere of influence, your own people. We're going to teach you how to reach out to them with your real estate hat on in a systematic, professional way. but that's the people you already know. And then we're going to teach you how to meet people you don't know yet. We call those your not mets. You haven't met them yet. And how to reach out to them, like through open houses, through social media, through door knocking, through networking events. There's a ton of different ways that we're going to teach you how to meet new people too that can become clients. And then, yes, we do have some lead sources that we can help you with as well, just to get your business going. Okay? In real estate, it's the people who earn the most money are the ones that put themselves out there the most. Other questions? All right, I hope that was helpful today. Yasmin, have you signed up for real estate school yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay, did you sign up with Olivia in our office? Is that who? Okay, so you're signed up already. And then
Actually, sorry, one other question. I think I emailed you about that. So I got my books. Can I write in them, or is it my own, or should?
yeah, they're yours. You get to, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Yasmin, you're all set up. Michael, you need to get signed up, right? And then Kathy, I'm not sure how much you're really with me on this conversation. Kathy, do you need to get signed up for real estate school?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be reaching out to you guys this coming week to get you guys signed up. And then, like I said, just keep staying in touch with us, and we're here for you throughout the process. The thing about it is, you guys, it can take as little as 3 months, which is pretty quick, but sometimes people take like 2 years, and so we've got to stay in touch depending on how long it takes you. Okay? All right. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, you guys have a great weekend, and I'm going to work on the emails that I'm going to send you right now. Okay?
Thank you for
Thanks so
your
much
time.
for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.